Are you kidding me with this crap, Mr. Music?
Like, I got time for this whimsical bullshit? Music is everywhere? Oh, really? Because all I hear is people yelling into their phones and the constant hum of incompetence. A clarinet? What is this? You think I need some dumbass instrument to tell me about music? It's fucking everywhere. Because we are forced to listen to it. Tap a pen on a paperback book. Is that your idea of art? I'm trying to read, not write a fucking symphony with a bike pen. A dress shirt in a laundry sack. You hear that? That's the sound of me losing my goddamn mind. Even a cat can bat a tune. Yeah, a tune of terror as some douchebag. Mr. Music tries to turn it into a percussion instrument. A pudding cup. You want me to stick a spoon in a pudding cup? I'm a grown-ass man, not some retarded toddler banging on pots and pans. Listen to the ruckus when you swirl Bordeaux. Oh, you mean the sound of rich people pretending to be sophisticated while they're all just drunk, shattering bottles and spilling their wine? Let me just break a bottle here. Great, now I got glass everywhere. Thanks, mister. Music! This new modern toilet. Oh, don't even get me started on technology. That thing flushes like a fucking hurricane. Is that music? No, that's me contemplating my mortality. Every time I take a shit. Tempur-Pedic bed, wake the dead. Do you want me to get sued? I'm going to need an attorney and I'll sue you all. All you. My head landed weird on my ankle and it popped. Oh, that's music now, huh? The sound of my body falling apart? Is that artistic? I want a clarinet. What is that gonna be? You'll never believe what a sound it makes when I throw it out the window. Landed on a truck full of pillows. Is that what you told them? Grab that cat by the tail and swing it around. What am I, a fucking villain from a Disney movie? I stayed up late trying on clothes. I already own because I hate myself. And you want me to explain music? Music isn't about banging on things or torturing animals or modern toilets. It's about corporations trying to sell you something that's a fucking lie. And it's a distraction. We don't care. You hear them? They don't care because everyone's too busy staring at their phones to notice the world is burning down around them. So thanks, Mr. Music, for wasting everyone's time with your pseudo-intellectual crap about finding music in trash cans. And while we're at it, let's all go buy something we don't need. So I went to this freaking doctor, right? Figured, maintenance. Gotta check the oil, make sure the engine's not about to blow, but, you know, deep down it's gonna be bad news. Like, when's the last time they ever said, hey, you're perfect? Like a Greek god? Get out of here, Apollo. Never happens. But I didn't expect this guy to be a complete tool. Usually they're all, oh, interesting story, sir, about how you sneezed and threw out your back lifting a Cheeto, patronizing bastards who just want to bill your insurance, right? But this guy, I'm sitting on that paper-covered table, feet dangling like I'm 5 years old, waiting for him to tell me I'm dying, and he walks in, no hello, no good morning, just points at me like I'm a suspect in a lineup. You want something for your hair, he says? What kind of opening line is that? Has nobody told you you're balding? No, doc, I thought I was just developing a highly aerodynamic head. Then he pulls my chart, makes a huge production of it like, W. Oh, beaut, and goes, wow, what, did I spontaneously combust? Do I have leprosy? You weigh 2045? Yeah, doc, I had pizza last night. Want to make something of it? You weighed 2030 last time. No shit, Sherlock, that was before Thanksgiving, Christmas, and every goddamn Super Bowl party in between. You're the fattest patient I've seen all day. It's 9:30 in the morning, you haven't seen many patients, genius. Your muscle enzymes are through the roof. Yeah. Well, maybe I lift things, ever think of that? They're off the charts, like an Olympic athlete or a cocaine addict. Cocaine? I'm too cheap for cocaine. And aren't cokeheads supposed to be skinny? Maybe you're on cocaine, you hyperactive chart-wielding maniac. Then the nurse, bless her heart, tries to smooth things over. Maybe he runs marathons. He just glares at me, says, look at him. Look at me. I'm a goddamn masterpiece. So I say, all right, this has been a real hoot. Gotta run. And he goes, hold on. You married? Yeah, what's it to you? To a guy? Are you kidding me? Oh, I thought you were gay. Why? Because I don't have a six-pack and a crippling addiction to CrossFit. Then he shows me my chart, where he wrote gay with a question mark. Just kidding. He says, kidding? This goes on my permanent medical record. Next thing you know, they'll be giving me estrogen shots and forcing me to watch RuPaul's Drag Race against my will. So my wife asks, Are you going back there? Are you out of your mind? That's the funniest freaking doctor on earth. I'm keeping him for entertainment value alone. Oh, Jesus Christ, you know what I hate? Trying to be a goddamn responsible adult and sort my goddamn trash. Is it recycling? Is it compost? Landfill? What the hell is this? A pop quiz from Captain Planet. I mean, Jesus, why do they make it so goddamn complicated? Anyway, Neil Brennan, huh? Belasco Theater, big deal. So it's a box, all right? A glorified cardboard box where he's gonna whine about race while Kevin Hart's making millions talking about camel dicks in Egypt. What the hell am I doing with my life? I feel like a goddamn misfit, a goddamn square peg in a round world. And you know what? Nobody likes it. Vegan? Boo. Don't drink? Hiss. Weed makes me panic and pass out? What the hell is wrong with me? Unmarried at 48. Now that's a goddamn cardinal sin, isn't it? Like telling a woman on a first date you hate kids, or walking into a job interview and proudly announcing you can't use a computer. What the fuck is that? This is my follow-up to 3, and if your restaurant closes at 9 p.m., you're not a restaurant, you're a goddamn glorified lunch counter. Why can't I just do regular stand-up? No, I gotta be all artsy-fartsy, need 3 microphones, equidistant shit, and now I'm peddling Neil Brennan blocks, trying to stream on people like some goddamn internet pimp. Hey buddy, have you been streamed on lately? I got the stream. You got the eyeballs. Let's make some goddamn magic happen. It's all just an elaborate guilt trip disguised as entertainment, and I'm selling tickets, aren't I? So I moved, all right? Fucking moved. Bought myself a house, fancy schmancy neighborhood, because apparently after all these years of screaming in microphones, I can afford it. Thanks a lot, you enablers. But this neighborhood, it's like walking into a fucking Armani store where they offer you Perrier, and you just want to yell, I left my wallet in the car. Everyone's a goddamn hedge fund manager or a partner at Dewey, Seedham and Howe. And I'm just thinking, hey, do you guys even eat ass, or are you too busy counting your gold coins? Then there's this, get this, a former senator lives down the street, a real-life goddamn politician, the kind of guy who probably shits gold bricks and wipes with $100 bills, and everyone's whispering about him like he's Bigfoot or some goddamn thing, and I'm like, leave the man alone. He probably needs a break from screwing over the country. So I'm out for a stroll, right? Got to get that morning coffee buzz going, pretending I'm not a middle-aged rageaholic, and who pops out of his mansion but Mr. Senator himself. He sees me, recognizes me, and yells out, hey, you the comedian? Like he just discovered fire. So I say, yeah, that's me, the guy who gets paid to yell about how much everything sucks. And he goes, get this. Where do you think the term motherfucker comes from? What the fuck? I'm trying to enjoy my goddamn coffee and I get hit with a goddamn pop quiz on etymology from a goddamn politician. I'm just trying to avoid thinking about the impending doom of the climate, and he wants to discuss curse words. So I shrug, because what the hell else do you do? And he goes, you think it's from people doing that? And he's implying the mom thing. No, sir, I thought they all went to college, got married, and then had sex, then made babies, and I got confused. I'm thinking, this is going to be one of those conversations, isn't it? Where I have to pretend I give a shit about something a rich dude thinks is important while my brain is screaming for an IPA and a nap. And then he says, how about daughter? Daughter? Is this guy hitting on me in code? Is this some high-level political power play I'm too stupid to understand? I mean, who says, check out this crazy daughter over here? What in the hillbilly hell? So I politely back away, thinking I might have just stumbled into a Blue Velvet sequel and keep walking. He must have realized how goddamn weird that was, because he pops out again as I'm heading back and yells, I didn't want it to end like that. A motherfucker is someone who screws your mom. Like, duh. And then he proceeds to mansplain the concept of disrespect to me, a guy whose entire career is built on disrespecting everything and everyone. So I'm hearing about this Olympics thing, right? Like, seriously, the Olympics? This whole damn dog and pony show, all the flags and the anthems and the goddamn athletes acting like they're curing cancer. I mean, what the hell is that even about, huh? So Kroll and Mulaney worm their way in, backstage passes, the whole shebang, rubbing elbows with the glitterati, pretending like they give a rat's ass about synchronized swimming or whatever other ridiculous crap they peddle, right? They're hanging out with these sweaty, lycra-clad specimens in their little team tracksuits, snapping selfies like they're discovering penicillin, thinking they're so important till suddenly they're right on the edge about to prance out in front of 60,000 people and a billion freaking eyeballs glued to screens worldwide. And what they're almost ready to make it all about themselves and screw up everything for everyone, huh? And then they jet off to Korea because apparently being around all that virtue and patriotism gave them the munchies. Got to get some goddamn barbecue with celebrity chef David Chen, who apparently thinks rules don't apply to him because he can make a decent plate of bulgogi, wandering around like he owns the place, stealing other people's grub like some kind of culinary pirate, and nobody says a damn thing. And then Kimmel brings up Mulaney, his partner, like there's some kind of comedy Voltron, and then the bomb drops. Pete Davidson? Are you kidding me? That skinny tattooed comedian dating machine? Seriously? Mulaney trades Kroll in for that? What is wrong with this country? So now they're doing some artsy-fartsy play, My Dinner with Andre. Two dudes jawing for 90 minutes and they expect people to actually pay money to watch that. People are going to think it's Andre the freaking Giant and they'll be pissed when all they get is two privileged comedians navel-gazing for an hour and a half and the world is going to hell. Meanwhile, I'm stuck listening to all this bull. This whole damn thing is a perfect storm of celebrity narcissism, virtue signaling, and the unbearable lightness of being famous while the rest of us are just trying to make rent. The Olympics are a joke, celebrity chefs are overrated, Mulaney has lost his damn mind, and I need a drink. All right, so I'm at the doctor's office, right? Waiting, because that's what they do, these statists. Well, this geezer, this walking corpse, starts bragging about his tendon transplants. Tendon transplants! Like, I give a rat's ass. He's all, oh, I got him in my right leg. Right leg? So what, pal? My grandma has a bum knee, you want a cookie? Then he drops this bomb, this total fugly move. Left side, I'm a 70-year-old man. Right side, I'm a 35-year-old black man. What in the actual crispy fried fuck? So your legs are having an identity crisis. You got a geriatric jogger on one side and a young buck itching to steal hubcaps on the other. You ever get restless leg syndrome? It's probably just your legs arguing over who gets the last donut. This idiot's practically doing blackface with his own goddamn leg. Thinks he's some kind of medical marvel. And then he's got the nerve to say, some of us have good-looking legs. They're not even yours. You moron. You're rocking someone else's damn limb like it's a goddamn trophy. Ashy and everything. This is peak white guy privilege, thinking he can just appropriate anyone's damn tendons. Turns out the legs belong to the beautiful black man right next to him. His dad. I'm sorry, but what are the odds of that? You were walking around with your dad's tendons? And you have a biker named Magnum. Magnum. So you're telling me your biker gang calls you a condom brand, right? You think you're rolling with the Hells Angels, but you are riding an e-scooter to Whole Foods with your reusable bag. Turns out this guy got him from stepping off a curb protecting some old woman. Oh, Jesus, people, right? No jurisdiction, my ass. Extradition. Yeah, that's the word these ivory tower dicks throw around while some scumbags sipping Mai Tais on some lawless island. Probably laughing at us. Like, what kind of backwards system is this? You fly the bastard to paradise and you're in the clear? Are you kidding me? That's how justice works now. Fucking Uber for fugitives. And then we get this human septic tank, this drug mule. A mule. You know you're a grade A piece of shit when you don't just have a dealer, you need a goddamn mule. What is this, 1880? Mules are working hard, carrying stuff. They get the job done, and now they're associated with this turd factory shoving drugs up his ass. What the hell do mules have to do with this asshole's poor life choices? Poor mules, man. And he's a white guy who played NCAA. Oh, the fall from grace, the shame. Not exactly Rudy, is it? More like Rudy Giuliani, am I right? Always taking it to the hole. Literally. What a waste of a life and a goddamn good pair of thighs. Is that what we should aspire to be now? What a freaking joke. Oh, edibles, right? Fucking edibles. That's where the world went wrong. I swear to Christ, Ralphie May and his goddamn Chiba Chews. Yeah, 100 milligrams, huh? I thought I was gonna die. Numb from my goddamn toes to the top of my fucking head. Like, what the hell is this? A goddamn anesthesia for an elephant? Just take one, he says. This land whale's popping them like Tic Tacs. What the hell, man? But wait, how the hell did I even get to Ralphie May in the first place? Let me think. It's like trying to remember where you parked after a Black Friday sale. Atlanta, right? Because everybody starts in Atlanta. I roll. And before Atlanta, that fat bastard Ralphie was supposed to be my big break in Cleveland at Hilarities. The best club in the goddamn country, supposedly. All the Twitter idiots were saying it back then. Great club, great crowds. Like I needed their fucking permission to tell a joke. So, 15-year-old me, all innocent, sends Ralphie a goddamn Twitter message. Hey, can I open for you like I'm some goddamn charity case? And the guy says yes. Fucking gold, right? Except my goddamn mother, the helicopter mom, before they even named it, starts grilling him like he's a suspect in a goddamn homicide. What time? Where do we sit? Do we need tickets? Jesus Christ, Mom, you're ruining my career before it even starts. So, Ralphie, understandably, pulls the plug, says maybe another time, and I'm devastated. I slam the door like a goddamn teenager. You ruined it. Groans. Fast forward a year, I'm 16, still a goddamn baby. He's in Youngstown, Ohio, and I'm begging to open for him again. He pulls up in the bus, the goddamn land yacht, and hands me a $100 bill. 100? What the fuck am I gonna do with this? Buy a textbook. Go get me Coke, he says. Coke, the drink, the drug, who the hell knows? I should have said chicken tenders, God damn it. But here's the thing. He says, Sam Kinison gave me $100 for my first gig, gotta pay it forward. Oh, Hollywood stars, right? These overpaid, spray-tan narcissists. And we're supposed to give a damn love the world over? Yet by who? Idiots glued to their phones, that's who. You think some kid in a dirt-poor village, belly rumbling, is suddenly gonna feel all warm and fuzzy seeing Angelina Jolie's mug? Give me a break! It's a distraction, you morons. A shiny object to keep you from realizing how screwed you are. Speaking of screwed, I was in Philly, right? Sixers game, and this James Harden dipshit's playing like he's got cement shoes on. First quarter, he's a frickin' joke. And I'm thinking, hey buddy, you're in my city and your beard smells like stale Cheetos. I'm letting him have it, yelling about his butt shots, his everything, just unleashing the fury, and this prima donna gets all offended. Remember this, he snarls. I'm about to cook you. Cook me. What am I, a damn Thanksgiving turkey? Put me in the pot, pal, I'm ready. And then, this idiot, he's paying attention to me. I'm thinking, hey James, aren't you supposed to be dribbling? And he goes and drops 55 points. 55. We lose by 30. And then he's rubbing my nose in it at the end. Tell your team what you did to me. He sneers, and I'm just fuming, because he's got a point, right? I fueled this egomaniacal monster. So yeah, Hollywood stars, NBA players. They're all coddled, overpaid babies. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta shut your damn mouth and let them cook. Even if it means watching your team get slaughtered because your heckling just gave them a reason to actually try, huh? Oh, Jesus Christ. So we're still doing this whole monarchy thing, huh? A national family that gets dressed up in costumes, seriously? And yet, you gotta admit, there's a tiny part of your brain that's like, yeah, keep them around. Is that why I watch The Crown on Netflix? Because it's a goddamn nostalgia trip to when I was just a drooling infant. But now I see these blue bloods miserable in their gilded cages. So wait a minute, Harry and Meghan bolted? And the world is shocked? What did you expect for them to enjoy being paraded around like goddamn show ponies? I guess it's not weird, it's just obvious. Yeah, there's press coverage, but you think it's as important as a presidential election or, oh, I don't know, a global pandemic wiping out humanity? You want to yak about this crap, fine, but next time, just call me. Save us both the embarrassment. I don't even know if this drivel will make the goddamn show probably end up online where all the other garbage goes. Hey, thanks for letting me vent my spleen. I appreciate the platform, I really do. The next Royal Watch? Yeah, it'll be super focused on how irrelevant they all are. And to that student reporter who called me laughable, even virtually, you're goddamn right, pal. Because if you're taking any of this seriously, you're a bigger moron than the Windsors themselves. All right, so everyone's obsessing over these goddamn influencers, right? Like, oh, look at them, they're so amazing, selling us crap we don't need. Newsflash, people, we've always been sold crap we don't need. It used to be encyclopedias, now it's whatever the hell Addison Rae is hawking this week. And this whole woke versus anti-woke garbage, it's just the same old tribalism repackaged for Twitter. You got your Caitlin Clark stands and your Angel Reese defenders. Sounds like the freaking Civil War to me. North versus South, but instead of slavery, it's basketball and cultural appropriation. Am I the only one seeing this? Then you got these NFL dudes painting their nails. What in the unholy name of Tom Brady is going on? I swear, the apocalypse is going to start with a goddamn manicure. First it's nail polish, then it's, I don't even want to know. This whole performative outrage thing is exhausting. Everyone's so damn sensitive, you can't even tell a joke without some virtue-signaling snowflake crying about microaggressions. Remember when comedy was actually funny and not just a goddamn therapy session for emotionally stunted millennials? Now you gotta walk on eggshells, afraid to offend anyone. Jesus Christ, this whole Caleb Show bullshit is already making me want to punch a wall. Some dipshit interviewing Shane Gillis. Sponsored by Stacker 2, like this is some goddamn high-performance event? Where the hell are the women, huh? Oh, all my shows are for dudes, Shane says. Yeah, figures. A sausage fest, celebrating mediocrity. How many beers does it take to enjoy this train wreck? 3? And 5 for him to even attempt comedy. 40 drinks, you say? At 40 years old? Are you kidding me? And the urinal paranoia, afraid someone's gonna look? Who the hell wants to see that? Denying the pee on the wall rumors. Classic. Now we're on to fire extinguishers and evacuation plans. Jeez, this isn't a comedy show, it's a goddamn liability convention. People walking out yelling, surprise, surprise, Planned Parenthood thrown in there. Suddenly you're interested in checking stuff out, huh? Trying to get some pussy? What a charming individual. Nosebleeds at your shows? Oh, because some guys do cocaine. That explains it all, doesn't it? Real smooth, Shane. Real smooth. Wheelchairs and guns at your shows. Just toss them in. Fucking toss them in. No, you haven't thought about any of this, have you? You just stumble around spewing whatever garbage comes to mind and people eat it up. It's goddamn baffling. This whole clown show is a testament to the dumbing down of America, where unfunny shock value passes for wit and self-awareness is a goddamn myth. And honestly, I'm pretty sure I need those 5 beers just to forget this whole conversation ever happened. So cheers to that miserable existence, and may your next show feature more fire than laughter. 75, huh? 75 years of listening to bullshit. Government killed Kennedy. You think I'm reading some goddamn conspiracy pamphlet? I'm trying to do a goddamn show here. Chardonnay? You're throwing back Chardonnay like it's goddamn prune juice. What, you think you're gonna solve the world's problems with a buzz and a senior discount? Elvis? Elvis was your celebrity crush? You were 15, Sharon. 15. That's practically cradle robbing for the king, and you was a degenerate coke fiend. Jesus Christ, you were too old for Elvis, and I know Elvis was humping anything with a pulse. So that tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it? Too old for Elvis. That's like saying you're too boring for golf. It's practically an impossibility. And now you're sitting there, sipping Chardonnay, thinking you've got all the answers. You know what the answer is, Sharon? The answer is nobody knows a goddamn thing. We're all just making it up as we go along, pretending we know what we're doing while the world burns around us. And you, Sharon, with your Elvis crush and your Chardonnay, you're just as clueless as the rest of us. Clueless. All right, so this chick comes up, 18 months sober, like she deserves a goddamn medal. All shaking and shit, nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs, right? Oh, I'm part of your recovery, she says. Like I'm supposed to give a fuck about her path to righteousness, as if my life is some kind of goddamn inspiration, a feel-good story for her little book club. Jesus Christ. 18 months, big deal. I've had shits that lasted longer than that. You think I give a rat's ass about your little victory over the crystal meth demon when I'm standing here, sweating under these goddamn lights, trying to make you chuckle, and she's waving around some dude's keychain like it's the Holy Grail. Sign it, like I'm goddamn Elvis Presley reborn as a recovering addict. And she's telling me about mama's tripping and kids got me tripping, like I'm her personal goddamn therapist. All she wants is attention, a little pat on the back for doing what she's supposed to do, being a goddamn adult and not smoking meth in a goddamn dumpster. Laugh is the key, she says, as if I didn't know that, as if I'm not up here trying to get you all to laugh, lady. I'm the goddamn key. Then she throws in, I love you, like she actually knows me, like she's not just projecting her own goddamn insecurities onto some random comedian. It's insane. Absolute madness. And then another chick chimes in, anybody ever been to prison on the corner here? Female prison. What is this? A goddamn TED Talk on prison reform now. 5 years she did this tiny little thing, like she's been through some real shit, and then she's automatically like a goddamn expert on all of it. Meanwhile, I'm standing here feeling like a goddamn fraud because I'm complaining about some entitled drug addict's keychain, while women are doing hard time. It's all so skewed, so distorted, and all those idiots thinking it's entertainment. But hey, I wouldn't be up here griping about it if I didn't feel I'm doing good to some, even to this meth head, so let's hope she doesn't relapse, or else I'm not signing any more goddamn keychains. Oh, so I'm at this friggin' baseball card show, right? Remember those garbage dumps? All sweaty nerds pawing at cardboard like it's gonna buy them a mansion. I was just a kid rocking a fanny pack, which I know already paints a target on my back for every bully in a 5-mile radius, but what are you gonna do? My buddy, this little weasel, he's decided he's gonna be friggin' Robin Hood, except instead of giving to the poor, he's just lining his own goddamn pockets. Kirby Puckett, rookie, Dallas Strawberry, the whole damn shebang, shoving them all in my fanny pack. I'm just standing there like a goddamn idiot, an accessory to Grand Theft Baseball. We're making our getaway when, bam, some rent-a-cop blocks our path. He ain't going nowhere, he yells. Just then my dad shows up, my dad who thinks I'm some kind of choir boy, not a goddamn accomplice to the crime of the century. The guy rats me out, their son's stealing cards. My dad's face turns the color of a goddamn fire hydrant. He grabs me by the shirt, lifts me off the ground like I'm a friggin' ragdoll and screams, "Is this true? Is this the son I raised?" And I swear I pissed myself. Right there, like a goddamn geyser. The rent-a-cop felt so bad he just let us go. So I get home, scared shitless, and my dad is furious. But years later, Christmas, we're at Sears, the place smells like desperation and cheap cologne, and I want one of those bendable wrestler dolls. Are you kidding me with these dating apps? They're supposed to simplify things, not turn you into a goddamn extra in a low-budget porno. What is this? 1997 and I'm on some weird AOL chat room. So I'm single, I'm vulnerable. Post-breakup, like a wounded gazelle in a goddamn Serengeti of desperation. And swipe right on this chick, right? Hot, like cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Hot, and she's even hotter in person. Brooklyn date goes well, which really means I get hammered because facing the abyss of my own loneliness sober is not exactly my idea of a good time, okay? So, romantic moment, freezing New York winter, I grab her, plan a kiss, and she's all my, I didn't expect that, like she's friggin' Audrey Hepburn, and I, being the charming drunk I am, blurt out, you better fucking expect it. Classy, right? Ghosted, deservedly so, but then bam, weeks later, Friday afternoon, how are you? I want to see you when I want to get freaky with you. What the hell kind of text is that? I'm a comedian, not a goddamn therapist fielding booty calls, and my response, oh yeah? With a question mark, like I'm some goddamn academic debating the merits of casual sex. And she fires back, do you want to get your dick sucked or not? Are you kidding me? My brain short circuits, immediate red flags, possible robbery scenario unfolds. Some dude stole her phone. But no, it's her. She's had a bad week. Join the club, sweetheart. Try being a comedian in 2024. And this is her solution. Some random warehouse in Queens. Sounds like a goddamn horror movie, okay? So I ditch lunch with my parents, lying to my mom in pursuit of oral sex. How low can I get? Mom even yells, go get him, Sammy. God, I hate myself in these moments. So I'm off to the shady apartment. No furniture, just a couch and a bottle of scotch. Feels like I walked onto a set for Brazzers, and then she drops the roommate bomb. I hope my roommate doesn't catch us. So I'm supposed to be turned on by the possibility of being caught in some illicit act. Is this some kind of performance art piece I didn't sign up for? But the dick's in charge at this point, right? So we move to the bedroom, the going down commences, and bam, a guy appears. Jacked, tatted, wearing a cast. Why a cast? Staring at me like I'm some lab rat. And in my panic I ask, can I help you? Can I help you? What the hell am I? A concierge at the orgiastic hotel. He's all, are we gonna do this? Or what? Do what? Sacrifice a virgin to the gods of awkwardness? I try to back out, but he's all, you're either or you're out. Like I'm auditioning for goddamn Ocean's 11 of sexual deviancy, and I'm out. I practically waddle out the door with my pants half on, clutching my JanSport backpack like it's a goddamn life raft. And then just to add insult to injury, my mom calls to check on my audition, and I lie again, because apparently humiliation and self-loathing are the only things I'm truly good at. So yeah, that's my dating life, a goddamn circus of bad decisions and questionable roommates. Thanks, dating apps. You really know how to make a guy feel like a champion. Oh, Delta, you miserable sack of seriously, Biscoff cookies. Yeah, all right, they're decent. I'll give you that. Sugary little crack wafers that mask the despair of modern air travel, fine, but 20,000 miles gone. Vanish into the digital ether like my goddamn youth. Then you got some miserable broad on the phone telling me, oh, we don't do complaints anymore. What the fuck does that even mean? You can't complain anymore. Is this North Korea now? You just bend over and take it like a good little consumer sheep. Email the complaint division, might get back to you in 6 months. 6 months? I'll be dead from a heart attack induced by your horrific customer service by then. And then another one, smug as hell. Oh, those miles are from 2010. We didn't start keeping track until 2011, so you're telling me you were just handing out free sut for a year and nobody noticed? What kind of Mickey Mouse operation are you running? Sorry, she says with that fake hollow sorry that drips with condescension like she's apologizing for my existence and I lost it. I admitted, I told her I hope she died in a fire. Yeah, I said it, sue me, but come on, what else are you supposed to say to these people? I didn't wish her a slow, agonizing death. I just suggested a slightly warmer afterlife. Maybe a minor case of spontaneous combustion, just enough to singe her eyebrows and make her realize the error of her ways. Treatable fire, folks, treatable. I'm not a monster. No, I'm just a guy who wants his goddamn airline miles back, but of course that's too much to ask for in this dystopian hellscape of late-stage capitalism. So thanks, Delta, for reminding me why I hate everything. You're the goddamn best at being the absolute worst, and you know what? Your Biscoff cookies taste like ashes now. You know what grinds my gears? Fucking Delta. That's what... Oh yeah, they got the Biscoff, the goddamn crack cookie of the skies, okay? It's versatile. You can dunk it. You can eat it straight. It's like the biscotti's trashy cousin, all right? Biscotti thinks it's so fancy because it's studied abroad, right? Oh, look at me. I spent 2 summers in Prague nibbling on despair. But Delta, those cheap bastards, they swiped 20,000 miles, hard-earned miles from me. I called, right? And this woman, Sarah, with an AY, because of course the most insincere bitches spell it with an AY, tells me, oh, we don't do complaints anymore. What? You don't do complaints? It's like saying the DMV doesn't do lines. She says I can email, but it'll take 6 months. 6 months to tell me I'm getting screwed? That's like telling a guy he's got crabs, but he has to wait half a year to scratch them. Then she basically tells me my mother's well, let's just say she wasn't complimenting her parenting skills, okay? I'm paraphrasing, of course, because I learned in therapy that I can say whatever I feel. I can tell my girlfriend she belongs in a padded cell as long as I preface it with I feel like it's all good. Anyway, I get transferred to this other lady, a real piece of work, who tells me my miles are from 2, and they didn't start keeping track until 20. Direct quote, folks. So basically, I'm being told I'm too stupid to understand their elaborate scam, right? I told her she was condescending, and you know what she said? She goes, who am I? That means who am I? Lady, you're the reason they need to put warning labels on staplers. So yeah, I told her I hope she died in a fire, okay? I'm not proud of it, but I'm being honest. I didn't say kill yourself in a fire, just that I hoped it happened. Maybe a treatable form of cancer, a little karmic payback, you know? Nothing too extreme. But if she does get cancer, I hope her insurance lapses in 2010. That's all I'm saying, all right? Delta, you want to treat your customers like garbage? Enjoy the sound of 1,000 middle-aged men screaming into the void, because that's your business model now, you soulless sacks of lukewarm coffee. Oh, social media, you festering pit of virtue signaling and keyboard courage. Seriously, who the hell are these people? I swear, once a year I gotta dive headfirst into the comment section just to remind myself how spectacularly stupid the average human being is. It's like my own personal idiot. Check, my goddamn Groundhog Day of dumbassery. It's not that I want to, mind you, it's just irresistible, like popping a gigantic pus-filled zit. Disgusting, but you just can't look away. Speaking of disgusting, remember that little kid, what was it, 2 years old? Got chomped by an alligator at Disney World. Tragic, right? Yeah, Comedy Central's lawyers are sweating bullets hoping I say it's tragic, so fine, it's tragic, but don't act like you weren't thinking it. Disney's already got enough nightmare fuel for a lifetime, now they're serving up appetizers. Anyway, a couple weeks go by, right, and that comedian brain starts churning, and I'm thinking, all right, it's go time to wrestle with this goddamn alligator of a topic. So I get on stage at the Cellar and I crack a joke. I said something like, I'm not saying I'm a gun nut, but if that kid was packing heat, he'd still be here. Now, it wasn't my best work, I'll admit that, but it was timely. And this lady in the front row, face like she's sucking on a lemon, just goes, no, who the hell are you to tell me what I can joke about? That's like waving a red flag in front of a bull that's been mainlining Red Bull. You just guaranteed I'm gonna ride this joke all the way to hell. She's lecturing me like I'm supposed to be some paragon of sensitivity. Lady, did you even see the kid's funeral on TV? No, because baby funerals aren't televised unless I get my pilot picked up. Tiny caskets, big ratings coming this fall to MTV. So I said to her, all innocent like, well, if you did see it, you'd see the mom come out, tears streaming, and say, see you later, alligator. The woman just stormed out. Husband stayed, probably thinking I'd nailed it. You know how it is. And then bam, the Comedy Cellar forwards me an email. 11 exclamation points. I counted and it's a doozy. It starts with, okay, you want blunt, I'll be blunt. You know it's about to get real when they start with the blunt talk, like they're about to perform open heart surgery with a rusty spoon. She says I'm a disgusting person because I disrespected a 2-year-old child who was murdered by the alligator at Disney. Murder? Lady, you think the alligator's getting paid for this? You think he's calling up his alligator mob boss saying, job's done, boss, where's my swamp cabbage? Then she says she's never been so offended and repulsed by someone in her life. I am honored. And then this little gem, she left immediately but stopped to tell the staff why. And they followed her to make sure her drinks were being paid for. Those Coronas weren't going to drink themselves, Sarah. Get your outrage on your own dime. And the kick, apparently the comedian before me was doing Holocaust jokes, and she didn't bat an eye. So I'm the bad guy for a see you later alligator pun. A goddamn pun. She even calls me a pathetic excuse for a human, saying I don't deserve to breathe the same air as the dead kid's family. All right, little dramatic much. And then she ends it with, he can go fly a kite. Fly a kite. After all that righteous indignation, you're telling me to engage in a pleasant recreational activity? That's the threat? I am terrified. This woman needs a Xanax and a one-way ticket to Cancun.
The owner of the Cellar, bless his heart, emailed her offering to comp her and her husband a night out. I hope they take him up on it, and I really hope they book me for the show so I can thank her personally from the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Comedy Cellar. And now get ready for the headliner, Sam. See you later, Morel. That's right, I'm owning it. If this is what it takes to get under your skin, then prepare for a full-blown alligator-infested nightmare. I'm never going to apologize for being me. If you're that sensitive, go watch Disney movies. Oh, wait, maybe not a good idea.
Oh, Jesus Christ, another goddamn certified anything walking around like there's some kind of goddamn expert, certified piece of, what the hell does that even mean? Did you go to night school for being a tool? You go to the DMV and get a certified douchebag license renewed every year? See, this is what pisses me off about this whole bullshit society. Everyone's got to have a goddamn certification for everything. You can't even take a goddamn shit without some expert telling you how to wipe your ass correctly. Meanwhile, the planet's burning, nobody can afford a goddamn house, and we're all just staring at our phones like a bunch of goddamn zombies. And then these chicks are always worried about getting cheated on. Did a lot of women come up to you? Like, that's the problem? Maybe the problem is you, lady. Maybe your personality is about as appealing as a goddamn root canal. And this whole AI thing, robots, who the hell wants that garbage? Give me the emotion, the anger, the fire, even if it's bipolar, at least it's real. Unlike this Silicon Valley garbage where they're pretending that AI can ever replace a human experience. Seriously, you think a damn robot can understand real human connection? It's like these tech bros are selling us a digital soul, a cheap imitation of what makes us human, and we are lapping it up like the morons we are. We're doomed, I tell you, doomed! And now that I think about it, I should make a certified expert to teach you all how to be human again. I bet I'd sell more than you load brokering logistics types, because apparently knowing how to live is a harder commodity than moving goddamn freight these days. I gotta tell you, I'm just fucking thrilled to be here tonight. Thrilled! You know what I was doing before this? Trying to figure out why my goddamn smart TV thinks it's smarter than me. Seriously, I tell it to turn on Netflix. It wants to update the firmware, then ask me if I want to sign up for Peacock. Peacock? Who the hell even uses Peacock? It's like they're actively trying to make me smash the thing with a baseball bat. And that's when I started thinking, you know, this whole smart thing is just a scam. We're surrounded by all these gadgets, all these apps, all these connections. But what's it really doing for us? Nothing. Makes us stupider, lazier, and more connected to a bunch of goddamn screens than to each other. We're walking around with these phones glued to our hands, looking down at the tiny little boxes, missing the world happening right in front of our faces, right? And social media? Don't even get me started. It's just a giant competition to see who can pretend to be the happiest, richest, and most enlightened. Meanwhile, everybody's fucking miserable. Miserable. They're curating their lives like they're museum exhibits. And for what? For likes? For followers? To impress a bunch of people they wouldn't even piss on if they were on fire? It's pathetic. And the worst part is, we all know it's bullshit, but we keep doing it anyway. We're all complicit in this charade. But that is the thing. It's that constant need for validation, that fear of missing out, that drives all this insanity. People are desperate to feel special, to feel important, to feel like they matter. So they fill their lives with all this crap, this noise, this distraction, hoping it'll fill the void inside. But it doesn't. It just makes the void bigger. Bigger, I tell you! And then you look at the news, and it's just a constant stream of bad shit. Wars, pandemics, political nonsense, and you wonder, what the hell is even the point of all this? I mean, are we just doomed to repeat the same mistakes over and over again? Are we just going to keep chasing after the same shiny objects while the world burns around us? Are we all going to end up as lonely, disconnected zombies plugged into our devices and feeding our brains with digital garbage? It's enough to make you want to say, fuck it, and move to a cabin in the woods and never talk to another human being again, right? But then who would I yell at about all this crap? So fuck it, I'm staying, I'm going to keep talking, and if you don't like it, you can kiss my cynical technology-loathing ass. All right, let me tell you something. This whole tribute thing is just, it's weak, you know? Like, oh, Dale Earnhardt, what a legend. Yeah, after he's dead, suddenly he's a saint. Where were you when he was actually, you know, driving modes? Jeffrey Epstein, what a legend. Are you out of your mind? People always conveniently forget the really important stuff, don't they? And now I'm at Comic-Con? Jesus Christ, what a clusterfuck of nerds. Moni, Myrtle, Naruto, what the hell are you talking about? Anime? Sounds like a goddamn disease. You people actually do this crap in the bedroom? Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. That's it, I'm done. I'm gonna go watch some porn. Wait, what? Evil Queen? New and improved? What is this, a goddamn toaster oven? And the comic book guy tattoos give you superpowers. Oh yeah? Then every broad in Tampa would be Superman. Those chicks are already batshit crazy. Give them superpowers and they'll nuke the whole planet. Leg tattoos, come on. And these girls, they dress up for their boyfriends? Magneto? Batman? Are you kidding me? What is this, a goddamn kindergarten? And then the broad tells me there's gonna be a lot of tits, but you can't touch them. Oh, sweet. Just what I needed. Another reminder of my own goddamn limitations. Cosby, is that right?
This is what passes for entertainment now. So, you're Wandua from Bionicle. Nobody recognized you? Well, no shit. Why would they? Get a Sharpie, for Christ's sake, and write on the loser all over yourself. Maybe then someone will give a damn. Cosplay is not consent. Nobody said it was. You paranoid weirdos. Sonic the Hedgehog, the world's fastest hedgehog. Is that why you gotta rush everything, you selfish bastard? Amy Rose gonna take a hammer to you. Good, you deserve it. John Wayne Gacy, what the hell is that supposed to be? And Hulk Hogan. Redemption Hulk Hogan, yeah, right. Like anyone believes that garbage. He's probably gonna drop the N-word the second he thinks he can get away with it. Just watch. Make a wish for adults with no illnesses. You're right. What's with all the discrimination? And they're telling me to dress up as Batman, Jewish Batman, with his parents still alive, and a mom? That's the most fucked up thing I've heard all day. Comic-Con, a goddamn reminder that the human race is doomed. All right, Jesus Christ, this Halloween parade, are you kidding me? With this garbage? I gotta film it. They said it'll be fun. They said, fun? What's fun about wading through a river of drunk idiots dressed as whatever the hell they pulled out of their grandma's attic? I mean, Pete Diddy, Jesus Christ, on a cracker, are we still doing that? And the sexy Jesus, oh, I'm sorry. Is that what we're calling it now? And don't even get me started on the guys who think the Joker costume is a panty dropper. You know why the Joker's the Joker, right? Because no woman would touch him with a 10-foot pole before he fell into a vat of chemicals. And then there's the violence. Someone beat up Nick Cannon, for God's sake. What is this, a parade or a goddamn riot? He's out there spreading his seed like it's the apocalypse and he's the new Noah, popping out kids left and right. Elon Musk, Nick Cannon. When are these morons going to learn to pull out or at least use some damn protection? Of course, nobody wants to talk about that. They're too busy taking selfies with a drunk guy dressed as a sexy dark angel while a couple of other jackasses argue about whether they're Team Willy Wonka or Team Johnny Depp, as if anyone gives a flying fuck anymore. No, this is New York. Apparently organized enjoyable madness, they said. Enjoyable my ass. It's less movement than my bowels after a chicken parm. So yeah, you know what? I've seen enough clowns for one lifetime. And frankly, I'm starting to think most of them aren't even wearing costumes. Just let me get drunk already, and let's burn this goddamn city to the ground, because honestly, it's already halfway there. You know what grinds my gears? Fucking hypoallergenic dogs. That's what... Up to that, you got people coughing up a lung around dandelions, but suddenly they need a golden doodle because little Timmy's sensitive. Sensitive to what reality? It's a dog. It's supposed to shed, drool, and eat its own goddamn vomit. But no, we gotta breed these furry, overpriced lab experiments that look like sentient dust bunnies. Because heaven forbid a little sniffle, right? And don't even get me started on the people who dress them up. Like there's some kind of furry accessory. You think that Chihuahua appreciates the little sweater, Karen? It's a dog, not a fucking runway model. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, these pampered pooches. It's just like how we treat everything else these days. Gotta sanitize, gotta filter, gotta make sure nothing offends your precious, delicate sensibilities. You know what really offends my sensibilities? The fact that we're becoming a nation of goddamn weaklings who can't handle a little bit of reality. That's right, reality. The one where dogs shed, people get offended, and news for Christ's sake, news is often not what you think it is. And that brings me to this bullshit study I saw, this so-called scientific discovery that says if you think the news is biased, you're probably right. Like, did they really need grants and PhDs to figure that out? You telling me Captain Obvious over here just got his doctorate by confirming what every mouth-breathing moron on the internet already knows? I mean, isn't that just the problem? We're so inundated with this objective truth crap when it's all spun. It's all got an angle. So some researchers got paid to point out that different people think the same news reports are biased because they approach it with different political orientation. Like, I didn't need a think tank to tell me that. My crazy Uncle Carmine, who thinks Obama was a Kenyan Muslim socialist, knows that MSNBC is a bunch of communist propaganda, and my bleeding heart liberal cousin Bethany, who thinks Trump is literally Hitler, knows that Fox News is a cesspool of racist, sexist, homophobic garbage. This is news to you, and you know who's to blame? Everybody. The damn media outlets for pushing their agendas, the politicians for playing the victim card, and you people for being so goddamn lazy and taking it all at face value. You just swallow whatever the hell they feed you and then regurgitate it online like a bunch of digital parrots. Nobody thinks for themselves anymore. They just find some echo chamber that confirms their pre-existing biases and then pat themselves on the back for being so informed. We used to have Walter Cronkite. Now we got 1,000 screaming heads all vying for your attention, all twisting the facts to fit their narrative. And you wonder why everyone's so goddamn angry? It's because we're all being played, folks. Played like a goddamn fiddle by these manipulative, power-hungry sons of bitches who don't give a shit about the truth. All they care about is ratings, clicks, and staying in power. All right, what the hell is this? A goddamn open mic night for morons? I swear, I come out here to tell jokes, and I get a front row seat to the Jerry Springer show. Just you got the cowboy hat douchebag, the special needs guy, and what, is this a goddamn Tinder convention in the back? And Murdoch, that soulless ghoul, he's just walking around like he didn't single-handedly destroy democracy, and you clowns are worried about Amber Heard. Are you kidding me? You're in Portland, for Christ's sake. I saw a dead baby joke land better than that one did. But Bill, what about the Johnny Depp trial? I'll tell you what about it. I'm more worried about the Chinese surveillance balloon hovering over Montana, trying to figure out what the hell is going on in Billings. They probably saw Yellowstone and thought that's where all the action is. Meanwhile, BlackBerry guy over here is like BBM me when you figure it out. Meanwhile, the only thing he's figuring out is where he's going to file for unemployment after they shut down shop in 3 days. What is this, a goddamn sideshow? This broad over here is a Vassar dropout giving me political takes. Vassar, the school for trust fund liberals too, woke to get a real job. That's like asking a golden retriever how to fix your car. You know what? I'm done. I'm going home and watching the news and getting mad about stuff that actually matters. Or maybe just drinking until I forget this whole goddamn evening ever happened. All right, so I'm driving down the highway, right? GPS is telling me recalculating, like I'm some kind of moron who can't follow directions. It's a fucking rectangle. How hard is it? And you know what that little bitch is doing? Routing me through Bridgeport, Connecticut, Bridgeport. Who the fuck goes to Bridgeport willingly? It's like Newark's uglier, dumber cousin. So I'm thinking about this dump, right? And it reminds me of this gig I did there years ago, back when I was young and stupid enough to think I could make a living telling jokes. Some suits from New York offer me $1,000 to play this Bijou Theater in Bridgeport. $1,000 on a Wednesday. I'm picturing a pile of cash, hookers, and a new set of golf clubs. So they scout me out at Eastville Comedy Club Saturday night, lightning in a bottle, the crowd's eating out of my hand. These dipshits are like, if you're this good here, you'll kill in Bridgeport. What kind of logic is that? So I get to Bridgeport, and there's this guy. So I'm flying here, right? Fucking airlines, always delayed. Like, what is this, the Pony Express? We put a man on the moon in '69, but can't get a plane off the ground on time in 20. And everyone's glued to their goddamn phones, scrolling through TikTok like their brains aren't already fried enough. Anyway, get this. I'm reading this article. Yes, I read. All right? I'm not a complete moron about ChatGPT. How some people think it's biased. Biased? What? You think a machine is going to have some kind of moral compass? It's a bunch of ones and zeros, people. It's like arguing with your toaster about politics. The article was talking about how they asked ChatGPT if the U.S. is inherently racist. And it gave this wishy-washy, politically correct answer. Then they tweaked the prompt, made it a little more aggressive. And apparently it got a little more direct. Which got me thinking, why are we even asking these things in the first place? We're outsourcing our thinking to a computer program. Are we that lazy? That stupid? We're so afraid of offending someone that we need a goddamn algorithm to tell us what to think. And then I thought about those virtue signaling corporations falling over themselves to be woke. It's all bullshit. They don't give a rat's ass about anything except their bottom line. They'll slap a rainbow on their logo 1 minute and then donate to some homophobic politician the next. It's all for show, people. Smoke and mirrors. We're living in a clown world, I swear to God. A bunch of goddamn sheep being led around by their noses by social media and corporations who couldn't care less about us. So yeah, is ChatGPT biased? I don't know, and frankly, I don't give a shit. What I do care about is that we're becoming a bunch of mindless automatons, afraid to think for ourselves and ready to believe anything that's fed to us. So maybe, just maybe, instead of worrying about whether a computer program is biased, we should all try thinking for ourselves for a change. Wouldn't that be a kick in the head, huh? All right, so I'm on the subway the other day, right? The fucking subway. This metal tube hurtling through the bowels of the earth, packed with sweaty, miserable humanity. And you know what really pisses me off? Everyone's glued to their goddamn phones. Fucking zombies, I swear. Heads down, thumbs flying, completely oblivious to the world around them. Like, what the hell are you even looking at? More cat videos? Another influencer shilling some bullshit detox tea? Is your life that empty that you need to escape into the digital void every goddamn second? You can't even appreciate the sheer, unadulterated misery of riding the subway anymore. No, you gotta be plugged in, tuned out, a goddamn cog in the social media machine. And then this happens. There's this homeless dude, right? With a voice like goddamn Pavarotti.
This guy is belting out arias and people are throwing money at him like he's the goddamn Pope. I mean, seriously, it was like a goddamn opera house down there. Then another homeless dude gets on. Same story except crickets, silence, people actively avoiding eye contact. And you want to know why? Because Mr. Chicken String homeless guy didn't have a goddamn hook. No talent, no gimmick, just pure, unadulterated, soul-crushing poverty. Like in this city, even being down on your luck requires a goddamn marketing strategy. You gotta be an entrepreneur of despair. What is this, America's Got Talent for panhandlers? So you're telling me this guy Sam Morrill was on America's Got Talent. Lost to a mime? A goddamn mime? Oh, Jesus Christ, I've heard it all. What was the mime doing? A poignant interpretation of modern alienation? Miming the collapse of the goddamn American dream? Seriously, that's it? No words? You're judged by the lack of sound instead of what you do with silence? Fucking mimes. And the worst thing is he's admitting the mime deserved it. So what? This is what passes for bravery nowadays? Just admit defeat? You think anyone wants a comedian who can't even beat a fucking mime? So this young guy goes on TV, makes some money for someone else, probably gets treated like shit and thinks he is getting somewhere. So congrats, Morrill, you went on TV, didn't even win, and now you're peddling booze. Guess what? So are lots of other people, and they ain't got no TV to show for it, and some of them are mimes. All right, settle down. Yeah, a bunch of pasty-faced morons. Thanks for braving the apocalypse-level downpour to get here, seriously. You could have just stayed home and watched some dumbass reality show. But no, you chose me. The guy who's actively questioning his life choices while simultaneously judging yours. Speaking of life choices, ever notice how now everything's a goddamn choice? Back in the day, you got a job, you worked, you died, simple. Now it's follow your passion, curate your brand, manifest your destiny. What a load of horse shit. You know what my passion is? Not working. But try telling that to the landlord when the rent's due. Anyway, this whole choice thing, it's seeped into relationships too, right? You used to meet someone, get married, have a bunch of screaming kids, then realize you hated each other. All right. Settle down. You beautiful psychopath, let me tell you, I went to CVS the other day, right? For some goddamn allergy pills because this planet hates me, and they make you sign a waiver saying you're not going to cook meth with it. What the hell is that, a suggestion box for criminals? Oh, I wasn't going to cook meth, but now that you mention it, sounds like a Tuesday. Is Big Pharma suddenly worried about their image? Like some drug lord is going to be brought down by a Walgreens clerk snitching. He sold a kilo and lied to Barbara about his birthday. Lock him up. And you know what's really twisted? Maybe if I was cooking meth, I wouldn't have allergies. Think about it. You're so busy poisoning yourself, you don't notice the pollen count. Meanwhile, some yutz is drilling his kid on dinosaurs at Starbucks. Stegosaurus this, Triceratops that. W gives a crap about dinosaurs. Has dinosaur knowledge ever saved anyone from a mugging? Quick, name 3 Jurassic herbivores. What a load of horsemen, and we should be quizzing kids on real life. Hold up a picture of a woman with slightly different hair. All right, Timmy, what's changed? Her haircut, Dad? Good job, you're already screwed. Or another one, is she mad? She'll say she's not, but she's about 5 seconds away from slicing my tires. That's practical knowledge. I had a broad get pissed because I didn't cry during our breakup, but I cried during the Magic Johnson documentary. Hello? She thinks she's on par with Magic Johnson, the dude who played an NBA All-Star game with HIV. She wouldn't even give me head when she had a headache. Seriously? This is Magic Johnson we're talking about. A man who deserved a Trojan endorsement, even if he never got one. Imagine him on the box. You think about raw dogging it? Nah, I'm Magic. Thanks for the assist. Breakups should be like surprise parties, not a freaking root canal. Throw the engagement ring into a blender. That's creative. Hey, this isn't working. Blender noise. Exactly. I love my phone more than most people, and I ain't afraid to say it. I dropped that sucker in the toilet last week. Rushed it to the Apple store like it was a damn organ transplant. They said it was dead. I almost lost it. I'd rather lose a distant relative than my phone. My grandpa loved the guy, but I wasn't checking on him every 30 seconds. The phone was brand new. When your grandpa kicks the bucket, they should give you a phone upgrade. Wouldn't that be something? You want a better old dude? You wouldn't take it? Of course you would. He's just like grandpa, but he doesn't say the N-word. Sold. That's an upgrade. Does he still say Oriental? Well, we couldn't fix everything. It's the Grandpa 5, not the 5s. That's how much I love my phone. You ever get stuck listening to some bozo tell a boring story, and you can feel your hand twitching towards your phone? My phone would never bore me like that. I'm trained in YouTube videos. I know how much time is left. They should put that feature on people's faces.
Tap him and see how long you gotta suffer. Oh, thank God, only 30 more seconds of this garbage. Thank you all, you've been adequately quiet.
So, I'm talking to this moron online the other day, right? About relationships. Because why the hell not waste my time on strangers who think they know better than me? And this genius starts spouting off about how women are all trying to change men. Like we're some busted-ass iPhone that needs constant updating. You ever notice that goddamn little red circle with the #1 constantly taunting you, huh? And I'm sitting there thinking, are you kidding me? Are you actually serious? Men always act like they are so content with what they have. I am happy being fat and lazy, so women like to change you. So what? It's because deep down, you're all a bunch of overgrown children who think socks are a form of dishware, and that cleaning the shower is some sort of goddamn Herculean task. I mean, what's the alternative, huh? We just let you rot into piles of Cheeto dusts and outdated sports trivia. No! But this guy, this walking, talking human garbage disposal, is moaning about how his ex was always trying to improve him. Like he was some kind of DIY project she picked up at Home Depot saying all women are like that. Like the Billy Joel song, Just the Way You Are. The hell it is. Do you think this could come from a woman? If that song was written by a woman, it'd be called You're My Potential or Operation Fix This Slob. Because let's be honest, that's what every relationship is for women, isn't it? The years-long attempt to turn a goddamn ogre into a semi-functioning human being, only to have the ungrateful bastard complain about being fixed. Like maybe you should stop complaining and start thanking God someone's willing to put up with your smelly feet and your god-awful Star Wars figurine. And maybe, just maybe, if you actually showered once in a while, you wouldn't have to worry so much about being improved, because you wouldn't be such a goddamn disaster area in the first place, huh? So instead of whining about women wanting to improve you, maybe just try being a little less awful. All right, let me tell you, I'm already losing my goddamn mind with these virtue-signaling, hypersensitive clowns. They're everywhere, aren't they? You tell one joke, it's suddenly your public enemy #1, like on fucking Pol Pot with a microphone. So I'm on The Daily Show, right? Trevor Noah, nice guy, whatever. They cut a joke of mine, a trans joke, a positive trans joke, mind you, which is apparently rarer than a sober Irishman on St. Patrick's Day, and suddenly I'm the Grand Marshal of the goddamn trans parade. People are praising me. Oh, Bill, you're one of the good ones. Yeah, hold on a second. You don't know me. Don't go digging through my back catalog. You might find some things you don't like a goddamn landfill. Then the kicker, the woman, I said, who tried to destroy my career back in 13 for telling jokes, becomes a dude, a whole damn dude. And now he's on my ass again, saying I'm a terrible person because of those ancient jokes. And my joke on The Daily Show was, well, you were a woman then. Maybe I'm a slightly different man now, too, huh? Which is goddamn brilliant, if I do say so myself. A goddamn progressive joke thrown right back in his face. But no, too much for the delicate sensibilities of the Comedy Central suits. They got to protect their precious brand. Wouldn't want to offend anybody. And it's like, are you kidding me? People can change, supposedly, but only if they change to your liking. Otherwise, you're canceled for life, right? And then Kurt Metzger, that beautiful son of a bitch, tries to help by claiming the whole damn thing was a hoax. A fake blogger we invented. Fucking genius. But no, it turns out it was a real person, a real formerly woman, now dude, with a real axe to grind. I mean, it's like a goddamn Shakespearean comedy, except nobody's laughing because everyone's too busy being offended. So, yeah, people can change, but most of the time, it just means they're gonna find a new reason to be pissed off at you, you goddamn aging piece of garbage. Oh, Jesus Christ, my place is a mess, she says. Like that's some kind of goddamn deterrent. A mess? Are you kidding me? I'm walking into a potential score, lady, not inspecting a goddamn rental property. I'm not Mr. fucking Cleanliness, okay? What am I gonna do? Whip out a Swiffer and demand you fold the sheets before I even consider lowering my standards? Jesus, this is why nobody gets laid anymore, overthinking everything. Like I give a flying fuck if your life looks like a goddamn tornado hit it. As long as the important parts work, all right? What? You think I expect some goddamn Martha Stewart bullshit? Please. If a woman's even willing to tolerate my existence, I automatically assume her life's a goddamn dumpster fire anyway, so a little clutter ain't gonna scare me off. Cockroaches, okay, maybe cockroaches are a deal breaker, I'll give you that, but otherwise, get the hell over yourself. We live in a society, for Christ's sake, and nobody's got time to be perfect. So next time, just shut up and let a man try to get laid, all right? It's hard enough out here as it is. We don't need your self-sabotaging bullshit. It's your mess. You deal with the guilt later. Just say yes, all right? Just say yes. Jesus Christ, you people, you just had to miss the entire goddamn setup, didn't you? I'm up here busting my ass and you're over there flapping your gums about what? The latest goddamn iPhone update?
Someone got robbed, right? Not of their wallet, not of their watch. No, something far more important to these goddamn millennials, their self-esteem. Apparently this guy got catfished in a gay hookup. Thought he was getting a goddamn silverback gorilla. Turns out he got a chipmunk. He got duped like some goddamn online dating scam. He expected, I don't know, Thor's hammer, and he got a golf pencil. And you missed the whole goddamn thing. You're like those morons who walk into a movie halfway through and then ask, what happened? You missed the movie, that's what happened? It's also like, you know what? Never mind. Remember the black girl's name from the story? I almost thought that sounded like the N-word. But you guys would be so quick to start making assumptions, wouldn't you? She was Persian. Persian. And you didn't hear any of my set, did you? Want to spell it out for you letter by goddamn letter? You know what? Let's just do an undercover cop movie where you're the cop who misses the vital clue and I'm the jaded, sarcastic detective who has to explain it all over again because someone couldn't put their goddamn phone down for 5 seconds. Honestly, this whole experience feels like dealing with a bunch of goddamn toddlers who got into the liquor cabinet and I need a goddamn drink. All right, settle down, you bunch of goddamn apes. You know what pisses me off? Talking about something and then someone has to chime in like they're the frickin' authority. Like, actually, shut your pie hole, Karen. Speaking of experts, I saw this study, this pile of bullshit, that said women are better drivers. Better drivers? Are you shitting me? Faster reaction times, more stable wheel control. What is this, some woke-ass propaganda? Let me tell you something. I've seen women drive, and it's like watching a goddamn toddler in a clown car. They're either going 20 miles an hour in the left lane, or they're merging without looking and causing a 10-car pileup. And fuel-reckless maneuvers? Oh yeah, because spending $400 a week on gas is such a flex now. I mean, what are we even talking about here? Really? Are we talking about reaction times and control and not the very obvious fact that, well, it's not the 80s anymore and maybe you can't just slap statistics on someone's forehead anymore like a goddamn dunce cap? It's all about the damn narrative now, isn't it? Let's just rewrite history and pretend that women haven't been responsible for half the accidents on the goddamn road since the invention of the automobile. It's just like those studies that say chocolate is healthy, then a week later it's going to give you cancer. I'm telling you folks, science is bullshit. Just some other dude's opinion, and this whole women are better drivers thing. It's just another load of woke garbage designed to make us feel guilty about being men. So next time you see a lady struggling to parallel park, just remember this. She might have faster reaction times, but she's still gonna scratch your goddamn car. All right, Boston, you drunken intellectual animals. I swear to Christ, you give me a headache. You're all reading Michael Connolly while half in the bag like some twisted book club of bruised livers and overeducated opinions. And this jabroni right here, this goddamn gem tells me when I was locked up, nonchalantly, like he's ordering a goddamn cappuccino, locked up. What the hell did you do? Read too loud in a library after last call. Turns out, no, this genius gets popped for assault. And guess what started it all? Some moron quoting Nick Swartzen on the goddamn T. Nick Swartzen, are you kidding me? You're in jail because some mouth breather couldn't keep his Reno 911 quotes to himself? What is this, amateur hour at the Comedy Cellar? So this guy channeling Deputy Terry starts flinging zingers. The victim, a gay guy, thinks he's being mocked, probably accurately, let's be honest, and bam, fisticuffs. And you know what? I'm not even surprised because everyone on the goddamn T is one passive-aggressive sideways glance away from a full-blown meltdown. He threw the first punch, this guy says, like he's narrating a goddamn Shakespearean tragedy. But here's the kicker. Here's the goddamn cherry on top of this sundae of stupidity. Facial reconstruction. He had to get facial reconstruction for a Nick Swartzen quote gone wrong. Are you shitting me? Did you use his face as a goddamn speed bag? And then the victim starts reading Michael Connolly. It's a goddamn heartwarming tale of violence and literary redemption. This is the most Boston story I've ever heard. You beat a man so badly he needs plastic surgery, and then he finds solace in crime novels. This is why I drink. This is why I hate public transportation. This is why I need a goddamn vacation. And the worst part, that whole damn thing proves that bad comedy can literally break faces.